So many planner choices. Hey everybody, today I'm taking a look at the KITLIFE Weekly Planner. Now I looked at their Bujo book about a week and a half ago, and I got this one as well. They sent this to me. I paid for the Bujo book myself, and then Jessica sent this to me because she likes me. She likes me. They like me. They really like me. Point being is that I have looked at their planners before. I think that they are gorgeous, but most of their planners that I've touched in the past have been daily planners, and I'm not really a daily planning kind of person. I prefer a weekly overview. They sent me this one to take a look at. I am not being paid for this video, but they did send me the product. Full disclosure. They're on sale right now because it's the end of this plannering season. So if you buy one, you're not going to get use out of the first months unless you sticker over them, but you will get it for a bunch of money off. That's as of the filming of this video, BT dubs. So this is the Keeping It Together weekly planner. They have several different cover options, plus they have clip-in covers that you can use to change the cover out. Those are all on the website. I'll link it down below. This planner retails normally for $48. As of the filming of this video, it is $33.60. Much like their other books, you can get add-ins put in, and they included a couple of add-ins in this one, so I'll show you what those look like when we walk through the thing. There's a bunch of different covers. You can get a coil in gold or silver. The paper type is 70 pound, and there is weekly spreads, monthly stuff, and then some stuff in the back. So let's just take a look. Now the first thing they've got is something that I've mentioned that I'm not a big fan of in the past. They have beautiful covers that are like a laminated cardstock, and then they have this clear plastic protective cover, which I think is awesome, and you could put the clip-in covers underneath it. The issue that I have is that on the back there's the same laminated back cover, but there's no protection. Love this look, and I love how kind of the frost adds to it. I just don't like that there's a lack of protection. Now this is something that comes with the planner. It is their, what do they call it? I'm looking for it here. Their movable planner dashboard. So this is a hard, like really hard laminated situation that you hook in like this, and it's got a pocket here and a pocket on the back with KITLIFE on it in foil. I like this because you can use it to mark your place, and it gives you a little bit of storage. Rulers offer one kind of function. This little pocket offers a different kind of function. And so then there's this frosted situation right here that says life is more than a to-do list. This just goes into the KITLIFE philosophy. Here is your Perpetual Calendar for 2018 and 2019. It's a soft gray font, which I think is really pretty. And then they also offer you a Perpetual Calendar here that you can mark birthdays, anniversaries, whatever you want. You could use it in different ways. I know some people use calendars like this to mark things for budgeting, like big expenses and stuff like that. This little spread here looks really great for future planning. So this is the quarterly check-ins. If I remember correctly from the daily planner, when they do quarterly check-ins, this first one is specific to the start of the year. So your New Year's resolutions, things you're loving, you're grateful for, your goals, and then stuff like height, weight, not height, but like weight, body fat, sleep, stuff to check in like fitness and all that. Some ideas about accountability, a reading list, and then there's a notes page on the other side. We have these tab dividers that are frosted, which I think are really pretty, and they're like a laminate. This is something that's similar to their daily planner. They have some suggestions at the start of each month for self-care, for taxes, like things that are timely for that month. And they're all over the place. These are like some wacky holidays. There's some different things. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong, yeah, each month has a similar theme. It's structured the same. It just offers things that are relevant for that month. Then we have the monthly spread. It's a 6-month color scheme. And so it starts with this yellow here in this January. I love this soft, it's like almost like a warm gray that they use for the type because it's really neutral and gives you some space to put what you want on there. Some space for January goals. I think that this is a really decent sized monthly calendar. The squares are nice and big. There are no lines. I know some people love lines. I personally don't, but I know that some people like them. There aren't any here. Then you flip in and you get into the month, and this is a weekly horizontal type spread. And the way that they have these days broken up is that there are lines here, very, very faint, but there are lines, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 lines with check boxes, and then you have a corresponding no check boxes on the other side. I love that it's the same for Sunday and Saturday as it is for the rest of the week, something that makes me really happy. And then there's additional note space on the bottom. And then every weekly spread has a quote on it. Once you get through that, you get into a couple of lined note pages. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, a doodle break page, which I saw in the Bujo book as well. And then we get into February, same suggestions, not the same suggestions, but a suggestions page, divider, new color scheme. This one's pink. March is green. After March, you get the quarterly check-in, and it is basically the same as the New Year's one, except instead of New Year's resolutions, it says previous quarter's progress. And then everything else continues, goals, fitness check-ins, all the things. April, we have orange. May is purple. This is my favorite, I think, out of all their colors. No, I lied. It's the blue color for June. So pretty. And then at the end of June, there's another quarterly check-in, and that is when the color scheme resets. Now, when you hit November, you get a gift list right here at the start. Instead of a doodle break, there's a gift list for you to do shopping for Christmas or any of the other winter holidays. It's got recipient, gift ideas, budget, and spent. There's a quarterly check-in somewhere around here too. Where was it? Right before October. And then December, and that's the end of it. And at the end of December, there are no notes. And the one thing I think that this planner could really use is kind of a wrap-up page, similar to the quarterly check-ins, like a final page where you can stop and take note of everything that happened in that year. I think that that could be a really excellent addition to the next weekly planner that they do, because with all those check-ins, it feels like there should be something to give you a chance to recap. Now there's some extra stuff in the back. These are not the bonus pages. These are some that are part of the planner. You don't have to pay extra for these. So this gives you a bunch of pages for a gratitude log. They have a date and then a few lines. It's like a week on one page if you want to take it as a week. It looks like there's like 20 of these pages. So that's 20 times 7, so that's 140 slots for gratitude. So you could use each one as a week, or you could just do bits and pieces. But the bottom of each page says be grateful. So it's a nice little sort of notes pages that you could purpose. And again, this doesn't have to be for gratitude. This could be for tracking how much money you make. There's all sorts of things you could use this for. And then there's the wellness log, which is about as many pages as the gratitude log, a little date spot, and then a chunk for notes. But this is 4 per page. And this says be well on the bottom. So you could use this for tracking wellness, or you could use this for journaling, or you could use this for, I don't know, some other shit. Like whatever shit you got to write about, you could write about it here in compartmentalized places. And then in the back are the 2 sets of bonus pages that they included with this planner for me. And they do say that if you want to add bonus sections, they don't recommend more than 2, so that you can see kind of what a full planner looks like when I'm done. So these are the take note pages. They follow the same color, similar color scheme, and they're just lined note pages. And you get a handful of these. And then the second add-in they left me was a Bujo add-in, which is the dot grid, that light gray dot grid that's the same in the Bujo book. And that fills up the book. And then in the back, proudly made in America. And then there's the back cover, which I've already touched on. So you can see how girthy this planner is with the 2 inserts. It's a hefty motherfucking planner. Like, it is not at all light and airy like. Gives you a whole year's worth of shit in here, so I can't hate on that too much. I like the feel of girthy planners. When I switched over from an 18-month to a 12-month planner, part of me felt like it was super, I don't know, like, I was like, why? Why are you so light? I don't understand. What am I missing? So to me, I gravitate towards like planners that have some heft. They feel more official to me, but that's just me. This coil planner, it works really well for flipping it around like this or for laying flat. And it's a nice wide coil because it holds all this shit. So it better be. It's not that O-ring or wire bound coil. It's the kind that like Erin Condren has, which is my preferred type of coil. That wire whatever, the rings like what you get on like Inkwell Press or like Emily Lay planners, I hate that. That's like not my favorite. It feels really janky to me. It's not something I personally prefer. However, I can understand if somebody else does. I'm going to test 3 pens on here, 3 types of pens you would say. We've got a Flair, a Papermate Flair, which is like a, felt tip pen, a Target gel roller, because that's the one that was close to my hand, and then a Tombow dual brush pen, because I tend to use these in my planners and my bullet journals a lot. So I've written on all of these. Let's look and see. Looking at this, the Flair and the gel roller are fine. I don't even have any of that raised feeling from the gel roller, so that's awesome. And then the Papermate or the Tombow dual brush pen, you can see that there's some shadowing, some ghosting, and maybe even a little bleed through here. So I would be careful using markers in this planner. Use a light touch with a light color, because I would imagine that anything darker than this, and this is probably a lighter Tombow, might bleed through some more. It's a little bit shorter than the Erin Condren, but the same width as the Erin Condren. Let me pull mine out here and show you. So here, I got crap coming out of my Erin Condren at all ends here. What is going on? Here's my Erin Condren. I'll set it down here. The coil, as you can see on the Erin Condren, is a little bit smaller than the coil on the KITLIFE, but not by much. In terms of height, the Erin Condren is very slightly taller. In terms of width, the KITLIFE pages are basically the same width. You can see it right here. There we go. You can see it there. However, the covers stick out a lot further. So the KITLIFE, so that basically means that the pages of the Erin Condren are a little bit taller, but the width is the same. Overall, like I haven't used one of these planners hardcore. I'm going to try and get some use out of this later in the year because I want to really see what it's like, because I love their colors and I love their palette. I just haven't found a layout that works for me. I will say horizontal is not my favorite. I used to use horizontal a lot, and I found that while I loved the artisticness of horizontal, I felt like a chicken with my head cut off. I love the chronologicalness of an hourly or like a single column planner more than a sideways planner, but I'm always willing to give it another try. And as I'm in planner spring fever mode right now, wanting to try some new things, this thing may wind up being moved into my repertoire. I will say I love some of the individualistic things in here, the quarterly check-ins. I love the little tips and tricks each month, as well as the extra space in the back for gratitude and wellness journaling. I think gives this planner a special kind of touch. It's a cool planner, and I love that you can customize it. I guess the one big drawback to me, aside from the cover thing, which I've brought up before about how I don't like that there isn't protection on the back, is that markers bleed through a little bit. The paper's a little thinner than some other planners. So that's not a bad thing, but it is something to keep in mind when you're using it. If there's any planners you would like me to take a look at, I know we're heading into mid-year plannering season, so let me know now because I'm gonna have to decide what I'm gonna be spending my limited budget on so I can take a look at for you. Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.